So we're going to try and set a personal best for this studio today for sheer fun. I think that this is going to be like the best ever. We've got MarchFourth in our studios. You can find out more at MarchFourthBand.com. If you're a hipster, they're just M4. Thanks for coming in, guys. We really appreciate it. So good to have you. Why don't we just go ahead and just, I think a lot of people, we've been talking about this a lot, and I think a lot of people are just kind of curious what the hell this is. So let's just show them right off the bat. Get a song under our belt.
All right, let's get it.
Yeah! Scared me.
If you wanna free your soul, you gotta free
That is March 4th. So Dan's here and Jon, and I guess the first question, where do you get those clothes?
Well, actually, everybody makes their own costume up, so, yeah.
Well, I was asking one of your band members, and he said that he found his pants in the women's department of the thrift shop.
Absolutely.
So,
I thought you were going to say a dumpster.
You know why? It's Lycra. Lycra is the women's magic.
yeah.
Clothes that move.
You know, my wife should be very frightened right now because I think that's a great idea, and so I may be headed there after work. Gonna be.
We need Carhartts with spandex on them.
Yeah, there you go. Of course, March 4th playing tonight at Knuckleheads. There's always new stuff coming, and I really want to recommend not only the CDs but the DVDs that they do because it's just such a visual thing that's happening here. And if you're listening to this on the radio, we will have it posted as video on our website just as quickly as we possibly can. The most recent CD is called Magnificent Beast. It was actually produced by Steve Berlin of Los Lobos, and everything that they've got is going to be at the merch table tonight at Knuckleheads. So. I think one of the crazy things is, Dan, Jon, you guys did not play in marching band in high school.
No, I don't think my school even had a band program.
If you had, it might have gotten it out of your system, right?
Maybe. Not sure. I don't know if I want to go back.
Just started slow, that's all.
So this actually started as a Fat Tuesday party.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a Mardi Gras party. And it was also Chinese New Year's at the same time. Chow Yun Fat Tuesday, we called it.
And so the next thing you know, you throw a party, and the next thing you know, you've got over 20 people on the same bus doing between 100 and 200 live dates a year. This is a little bit unexpected, perhaps.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing it survived. None of us really had any huge expectations, but we stayed local in the Portland area for the first 5 years, and then started dabbling in the touring thing, and then we got a booking agent about 5 years ago, and then it's sort of been off to the races.
Cool. If you guys could step a little bit closer to the mic, that'd be great. 13 musicians, 4 dancers, and breaking it down, 5 percussionists, 7 horns, bass, guitar, and vocals. We hear nightmares all the time of like 4 guys in a van that can't get along. So, you start talking about 20 some odd people on a bus. How's that work?
Well, there's a diffusion that happens, with so many people. If you're tired of somebody, you can just go to the other end of the bus. With 4 dudes in a van, if they're sick of each other, then I think it just builds like a pressure cooker.
Yeah. Plus, we have ladies too. I mean, quite honestly,
we all
guys.
We all take turns being mediators.
Yeah, I bet that's right. So you guys did a Kickstarter and got a bus, but once you got the bus, the band itself customized the bus, and it sounds like it's kind of like a transformer.
On the inside, yeah.
Yeah, it folds and unfolds, and things happen.
We're working on the outside right now. We're going to get it so the bus turns into a plane eventually, but so far it's just the interior.
So you've got these active members, but just because of the rigors of it, you have people sometimes rotate in and rotate out. It's sort of a ever-evolving thing.
It's like a baseball team, where we have the band that tours, and then back home we have alternates and just make
Pitch
it work.
hitters.
Pinch hitters, yeah.
So the bus itself has 24 bunks. But, with all those people, it's like, and I'm stealing this, it's not my line, I got it from one of your interviews, but there's just no room for groupies. I don't know how you handle it.
There isn't.
No.
Physically, there's no space for anybody else on the bus except for us, so.
Yeah. Well, we love the first one. We'd love to get another song if we could.
All right, let's get it.
I think we know one.
Maybe you can too.
Fuzzy? Hey, wake up.
Coffee JV is over.
Did you catch the coffee break going on here in the background?
That's Union 5.
Hey.
MarchFourth in the studios here at the Bridge. They're going to be playing tonight at Knuckleheads. Their latest CD is Magnificent Beast, and they've got not only some CDs but also DVDs. And one of the things that I just thought was so amazing is that, you know, you tour the United States relentlessly, but you guys went to China too. And, you know, like I don't, you know, just call me an ugly American. But I can't imagine what, you know, if any experience anybody in China has ever had with a marching band. Had they seen anything like it?
I don't think they'd seen a funk band or a rock band or a DJ or anything. The area we played in was pretty remote, sort of the Midwest of China is what they called it. So we were definitely the only Europeans in the vicinity of 5 million people in any given town we went to.
So what was their reaction like?
The college students went bonkers, kind of Beatlemania style. It was really bizarre. And I'm not sure what the adults knew what to make of us until the kids got involved. And then we brought the little kids up front and brought them up on the stage, and then brought the adults down to the stage to take pictures. So we got everybody dancing. But at first, I'm not sure what they knew what to make of us.
You know, just looking at everything that's happening here, really, you know, the acrobats, the dancers, all of that, there's a very specific role and a very specific job that they have, essentially making the audience a part of the show.
Absolutely. Yeah. Breaking the fourth wall, going out into the audience, come on stage, dance, do a number, go into the audience, talk to people, have the kids walk through their legs. Super fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, well, we're seeing the fun, we're feeling the fun here today. You know, one of the other things that I just love is it would be really easy for you all to go out and sort of soup up existing stuff. 95% of your material is original.
Yeah, if not more.
Yeah, and that was a conscious decision, I'm sure.
Yeah, we just started writing music, and then more people started writing music, and we developed a large body of material at this point, and we're continuing to write. Actually, we've been trying the biggest challenge is to come up with interesting covers to do, because we just found that people like the occasional cover song.
You
We've
know,
got a couple, but
yeah, I was mentioning to one of your folks earlier. I was really, you know, it's a sign of how good the band is that in the past, and I don't think you're doing the song much anymore, but you covered Powerhouse, which is an old jazz standard.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a standard. It is if you love cartoons, because they've used Powerhouse in every cartoon, most notably recently Ren and Stimpy, but it was written by a guy named Raymond Scott, and it's tremendously difficult to play. So you gotta have some players.
definitely.
We got some players.
Look at them.
They look like players.
I know they look like clowns, but don't be fooled.
Learned it by ear.
Wow, that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
we only started bringing in charts the last few years, so we used to learn everything by ear, which took longer, but
You know, you talk to bands about going out and they're a great touring band and then they're asked to go into the studio. And I would think that with this being such a party band, that going into the studio is sort of like the fourth dimension. It's like, what do you know, because it's such a different environment. How do you bring the party when, you know, you're in the studio with Steve Berlin?
That's funny you should mention that, because when we recorded with Steve, we played songs to a click over and over perfectly, and he'd be like, can you give it more energy? Can you give it more energy? Because we weren't bringing the party enough, which I thought was funny, or the party wasn't being captured on audio. But I think we did a better job recently. We just got back from New Orleans, where we recorded our fourth album, which will be out the end of the year. We recorded that with Ben Ellman from Galactic.
Good,
And
cool.
that was a really festive environment.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Did you play live, or did you strip it out? Do one instrument at a time, or just
We
everybody
try
play
to
together?
get as many instruments at the same time, starting with the drums and the bass and the basic horns. And then if anything needs to be fixed, we can fix it later.
So you've got all these people, and you know, there's no way to plan for any individual gig because every club is different. Like you're playing Knuckleheads tonight. Knuckleheads is unlike any place that you guys have ever played.
What's it like?
Oh, really?
Tell us.
Yeah,
It's got no stage.
it's got a stage, but it's also got like a railroad car inside the club. Trains go by every few minutes. They close down the street. People party in the street. People party in the club. It's a great, fun environment.
Felt like fun.
But you know, you'll have to get down there and scope it out, right? Now, because like a lot of times, you kind of parade into the venue, right?
Not so much anymore, just because it's just kind of it's a long answer to that, but
Yeah.
sometimes we do. It's a surprise.
Yep.
Yeah.
We like to go out into the crowd afterwards.
Sometimes.
Too. Yep.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we'll find out what crazy things you do tonight down in
Yeah.
Knuckleheads when we get down for the show.
There was a train at Boulevardia, I believe, too, when we were playing.
Yeah.
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 We got
So
treated.
I did want to mention a couple of other things that are really cool. I think a lot of people maybe have connected with your band and not even know it because the song Gospel from the CD Rise Up was used extensively in Monsters University. So that might ring a chord with folks. And I also wanted to touch base on the fact that you've started a not-for-profit called the Joy Now Arts Project. And basically it's to try and get 5 to 18-year-olds more involved with music, acrobatics, and the performing arts. Can you talk a
Yeah,
little bit
it was
about
started
what
by some former members of the band, and it's just a youth program using MarchFourth as sort of the template. So the same way we started, we learned a handful of cover tunes and had 3 rehearsals and did a show. They kind of do the same thing, where they break into groups, the horns and drums and the stilt walkers and dancers, and they learn like 5 or 6 MarchFourth songs, and they go and perform after 3 performances or 3 rehearsals.
Absolutely
And then
cool.
they have these different summer camps that repeat the program.
Well, please go to Knuckleheads tonight and catch this band. They're so much fun. If you've been listening to the radio, you're only getting probably 30-40% of the experience,
At least of the audio.
Yeah, so it's like check us out online and catch the video in the very near future, but even better, go down to Knuckleheads tonight for March 4th. We'd love to hear another song if we could.
Sure. Knuckleheads at Knuckleheads. That's
Yeah, we
us.
played at 9 o'clock, and we have Jambalayers opening up for us at, I think, 8:30. So,
They're
or
serving
8
what?
o'clock. Jambalayers.
Where am I hiding?
Won't
Get in the corner.
If that isn't fun, I don't know what is. Again! I mean,
Same song.
yeah, wow. I think we've all learned something here today. Women's clothing is fun and comfortable. March 4th. Thanks. You know, this is like putting on 2 shows in one day. And so we cannot thank you all enough for sharing what you do with us today. And I hope that we've wakened some people up to the show tonight down at Knuckleheads. And I hope everybody goes down and has a great time, because it is going to be spectacular fun. If you'd like to watch some video, we're going to have it up on our website very soon. But there's already some pretty good examples over at MarchFourthBand.com. The name of the new CD is Magnificent Beast. And we sure are looking forward to the brand new one that's coming at the end of the year. Guys, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Let's hear it again. March 4th, live on the bridge.